Ain't that so? Ain't nothing good.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Back to throw. Goff. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. Loose inside the 30. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 82 yards. And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so he'll just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Herbert running left off the option. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. Usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Goff now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Herbert now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Khalif Raymond, one man to beat. Touchdown, Detroit, from one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Dumps it off to Edwards. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. 21-3 is your score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert throwing again. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Now it's Herbert. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away.
It got his man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A give right side for Gibbs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Chark. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's 2nd and inches at the Lions' 21-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That's completed right side to Palmer. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Edwards is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 28-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff, Edwards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run once more with Edwards. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. And Sharp calls it in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll run here with Edwards. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, Edwards. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 25. What a return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, big plays have been the story so far into this 3rd quarter, and they have really been running wild this whole ball game, and there's another example right there on the touchdown run.
And their execution has been exceptional, especially for a team that's played with great pace. They've controlled the tempo, played how they've wanted to, and they're having their way right now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 17. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Rolling to his left. And Goff picks up the first down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
4 down.
Gibbs straight ahead, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And the Lions, first down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here we go tonight.
2nd down and 8. Hand off now to Gibbs. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So out come the Chargers. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Go.
Herbert now. Short throw underneath to Hurst. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Go.
Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On the give, here's Gibbs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And now they're in the hurry-up. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ric Flair.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.